Hello and welcome back to my Delusion playthrough. Last episode we first entered this barren land here, the Clockwork Kingdom, with its fields where nobody is working and the whole land is locked in an endless winter, it seems like. Also there are some weird things going on with numbers. What was it? The sixfold or something? Now we made our way to the city, Ferropolis. Let's have a look at these shields. This to Morozov's tower and this to Ferropolis, largest and most prosperous city in the Honoric Isles. Yes, let's see if we can actually get in. When we tried to take the elevator from the direct road below, it didn't work because there's some investigation going on. But look good so far, at least. Okay, yeah, and there are more people here for now. There was like two farmers down there and 3 people in this land ship. Alright, let's talk to you. Fearsome thing, ain't it? Don't worry, this one's on our side. But one word from me and it'll go at you like a wild beast, so get in line like everybody else. What is that machine? One of the Clockwork King's most fearsome servants. A Clockwork Myrmidon, meant to be more loyal than any human soldier. But if you've been in the countryside, you know how that turned out. The guard grins. Guess you'll be dealing with muggins here for a wee bit longer, eh? I've killed a lot of these, they are not very fearsome. Dull mechanic voice, yeah. Okay, I should be going. But yeah, looks like we can just enter the city from this part. Yes, I think we've seen this, yes? Yes, the famine. Oh, but this is this is the famine from the Epistatic Union, not the... It might be a wrong poster. I feel like that's would be more fitting in Hello Town. What do we have here? The waiting room? Oh no. This citizen has a baby swallowed up and nested inside their voluminous coat, and is singing them a soft lullaby in a language you don't know. We just got here from Cloudpine Oblast. Yeah, Oblast, like, once again a very Russian or Soviet Union thing. Like a part of a country, I think. Held on as long, like a district. Held on as long as we could, but this winter finally did us in. Lots of folk like us in this town, or so I heard. I'm just hoping the Factor can sort us out. Okay, I guess the Factor is the person they are waiting to speak here. You hungry? Somehow I've got enough supplies with me for 2 people, even though I'm traveling alone. It's weird, there's stuff in me pack I don't remember packing. Oh, we got a clockwork tea, didn't we? This tea is brewed to the tastes of the Clockwork Kingdom's denizens, stewed until it's the exact color of rust and laced with just a dash of bottled visions. Drunk hot, it loosens the tongue, frees the mind, and raises charm for a little while. There we go. Very nice. We also... No, I guess we don't have any of the mushroom tea anymore right now. That's fine. The citizen is remonstrating with a guard waving a scrap of pink paper. You don't understand. It's these new numbers, see? My ticket says 144, but now they're telling us every 10 is a 6. So it's actually 144 or what? 144 or what? 36 plus 44, 70 is it? And count the bloody 0 and see, only a wizard could make sense of it. Now I've been waiting for 2 hours already to see the Factor, and I just want to know... Oh my god, yeah. This Clockwork Kingdom has definitely also been infected by a bad case of bureaucracy. This guard is occupied trying to stop the waiting room descent into chaos. Citizen, I've told you, the rail factor is very busy. Your ticket will be called in the order it was. They jerk their head around to yell at someone across the room. Oi, you over there! I told you to sit down. I've got my eyes on you. No, citizen, like I was saying. Also, these helmets are so fucking weird. Like a crocodile helmet, maybe? Alright, let's talk to everyone. Are you here to see the Factor too? You're in for quite a wait, I fear. And this one is just sleeping. The man naps, awaiting his place in the queue. Leave them alone. Well, I'm just gonna go in. Okay, nobody cares. Well, hello? If your number's been called, you may speak to the Factor. If not, you must stay downstairs. No, please stop bothering me, won't you? I guess I'm just gonna talk to the Factor anyway. Hello, you're the Factor. She looks pretty tall. The stocky middle-aged woman is methodically entering numbers into a ledger. She does not look up. Your ticket, please. Make it a number. Number 53. She continues writing, eyes fixed on her book. Why, citizen Javed, you've changed a great deal since I saw you last week. For instance, your missing leg has grown back. Finally, she looks up at you over her spectacles. Her expression is surprisingly kind. I know it's very frustrating to be kept waiting like this. I imagine you've come a long way. But we've just had another wave of evacuees from Cloudpine, and every one of them needs a proper bed. So you're not the only one who has urgent business with the Royal Factor today, see? The Royal Factor continues writing, her little wire-rimmed spectacles perching up on her nose. I'm afraid you'll just have to wait your turn, citizen. Downstairs. Oh, right. This is the Royal Factor. We've been told to search for her. Show passport. Mikhail sent me. He says hello. She examines you properly for the first time. Misha sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? Mr. Gallo, hold all tickets, please. Now let's have a look at this passport. Heh, it's really not a bad likeness, is it? He's captured your nose perfectly. She hands the passport back to you. You'll be wanting a travel permit then. I believe I can help. But given your unconventional means of arrival, I will require just a teensy little test of your loyalty. One hand washes the other, see? What did you have in mind? Some days ago, a good caravan was ambushed out in Yansk while on its way to Ferropolis. The only survivor died of their wounds before they could tell us the culprit. Currently, all my militia squads are tied up keeping order in the city, so a proper retrieval mission will have to wait. But there was one particular item in the caravan that we just can't do without. What you're looking for is a royal freight capsule with a chest inside. It should be somewhere northwest of here, in the forest beyond the farmlands. The Factor smiles maternally. If you can bring me the contents of the chest, I think you and I will have a very fruitful relationship. Very nice, alright. She's some kind of higher up in the society. And she seems to kind of care for the people, you know? Like the people are being cared for, the refugees. It takes a while, but, you know, they're gonna get there. They're gonna get their bed, hopefully. Every bloody time, I swear by the king, I spend more ticks waiting than actually hauling. Don't they know we've got targets to meet? Last week it was the cipher essay gone kaput. The week before, a spilled wagon full of dead sky squids. What's next? Rains of piss? Oh my god. Alright. You have mechanical arms, I see? Ah, this is always the worst part. Yeah, they're not allowed to go into the city yet. Even an adept of the Machinist Guild must be assayed like anyone else. The commands of our king are enforced without fear or favor. Alright, this is the machinist, I guess. This guard is holding some kind of long, thin metal wand. No, I guess the other one is the machinist. Connected by wires to the machine beside him. They point it at you as you approach. You there, citizen, stay where you are. Anyone entering Ferropolis must be assayed for corruption. By order of the king. Now say, I guess I have no choice. The guard deftly pokes the wand inside your mouth, holding it there for a few seconds, then waves it up and down your body while the machine emits little chirps and warbles. You folks really know how to give a warm welcome. They give you the hairy eyeball. You're free to pass, citizen. Get moving before I arrest you for gross impudence. Alright, this is disgusting. And I'm sure they're not even washing it or anything. Just down the road, it's fine. Okay. Oh, I guess these are the beds that people are getting assigned to. This guard is carefully rolling himself a pungent cigarette. They do not look up. I am on duty for another hour. So sort of. Or I'll arrest you for aggravated pestering. Or this might be the guard's quarter, actually. Nothing to see here, mate. Just a few incorruptible defenders of the realm resting for a tick or two. Something about you catches the guard's attention. They examine you, then lean closer and lower their voice. You look like the daredevil sort. Am I wrong? Explorer, maybe? Plenty of spare equipment in the Royal Militia. Military stuff, and we ain't been paid for 3 weeks running. 50 coin would get you into that armory over there. How about it? I came across all kinds of treasures on my travels. Me owing you a favor would be far more valuable. The guard grins. Now I get it. You're an entrepreneur. Well, very well. It's a deal. Just remember our bargain. Farewell. Well, there we go. I hope... Actually, now I hope that favor isn't... He won't get his favor after all. Because 50 coins is not that much. Fine ore. Very nice. Oh, and the rusty armor. There we go. Didn't I ask for exactly this a while ago? Rusted suit of armor. Though this equipment has seen better days, it will still stop a sword strike in a pinch. Many of the brigands and rogues of the Sky Realms loot questionable equipment from old God War battlefields. There we go, let's put that on. And my other helmet also. Now we have a cool sword and a cool armor. I like it, although I question how this visor works. It doesn't look like you can see through it. Alright. We should deal a lot of damage though with these two attack bonies stacked. Alright, let's continue into the city. I guess this is the city proper over there. Looks like an interesting landmark indeed. Let's put it on our map. There we have it. No, somewhere here. Ah, there we are, okay. There we are. This is Ferropolis. I really like how this looks. Very steampunk. And it's in the sky also, so yeah. Ticks all my boxes. Oh, nobody's at home, then I'm just gonna let myself in. And take your stuff. Glorious treasure. Nice, and we could upgrade this Emberian Greatsword, but to an Emberian Greatsword, but like Emberian ore is very we don't find many of it. Very rare. Let's upgrade the outlaw armor, actually. Yeah. And we can... Yeah, that's fine for now. We have spikes all over. Studded suit of armor. Outlaws in the Sky Realms will often enhance their equipment with crude studs and spikes so that even their bodies can serve as brutal weapons. That's what we did, I guess. Alright, it's night, I guess. That's why nobody was in there. Oh, and I see a little thing up there. But we couldn't get there from inside the shop, right? No. Okay. Like how this guard just doesn't care. This guard is shouting with a frenetic energy at anyone passing by. Move along, stop your gawping. Whatever's above you is not your concern. What is above me? Oh! Yeah, what is that? I didn't even notice it before you told me about it. This very much reminds me of Dishonored, or the third Fable, I guess, but more Dishonored. I really like it. Gonna keep breaking into places. Maybe I should put on my lockpicking hat. Okay. This is like an armor, I assume. Gotta come back here at daytime. Okay, and this is just a little balcony. Can't jump up there, can we? Maybe if we... No. Maybe with this thing, with the tatty ladders? That like enhances our jumping? No. Although that reminds me about... Oh, that's... Never mind, it's an alchemy station, an upgrade thingy. I wanna upgrade the tatty ladders. Oh! Well, here we go. Down here we are! It was on purpose. Ah, we have a little market here, isn't that fun? Nobody's here though, I guess it's night and everybody's home. Also, I wanted to look up if there's like an option to control, if to sheath the sword. Selection, menus, airship. Airship 2, movement. Attack. Okay, well, that's fine. Down here we are. Another thing to lockpick. Just some money in another lockpick. Hello? Watcher cock, you look like a cove with an eye for the finer things. And if you're down in the conduits, I'll warrant you're not afraid of walking the wild side. Upon my name, these are the finest curiosities in all this blessed land. Going for a song. Just don't ask where they came from, and we'll get along just fine. Sure, let's see what you have for sale. There's no need for foul language. Thank you very much. Let's call it perusing my collection, shall we? Now that you want something, or are you just wasting my time? Sure, let's see your collection. Okay, sure, let me buy some lockpicks. Let me sell you my glorious treasure. Alright. don't really need the rest of your stuff that you have. Oh, and you in the corner, hello. This woman is guarding a bucket of water, sat down on the ground near the machinery. When she sees you, she tenses up. King's grace to ye, citizen. Don't mind me, I've nothing worth stealing. Why are you hiding here with a bucket of water? I'm not hiding, I'm warming it, eh? These pipes run right into the machinarium and here look. She grabs your hand and holds it against the metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. Wouldn't be right to refuse a gift from the king, now would it? I'm just making sure nothing is wasted. Yeah. But I guess that's true. It shows once again that, like, the priorities are maybe a bit wrong for this kingdom. If this woman has to heat up her water like this, and like the water is probably used for creating more advancements in technology, or maybe just creating the robots that we see everywhere. Ah, another one of these skulls! I'm sure we're gonna find out at some point, but I wanna know it right now, what they do. But alright. Oh, we can probably go in there over them. You see an old beggar wrapped up in rags against the cold. Pal? Excuse me, pal? Do you know where my house is? So, did you just ask me where your house is? The beggar looks confused, like they didn't expect you to actually stop. Oh, hey! I did. I'm so sorry to bother a fine citizen as Yersel. Yersel? Only I can seem to find it anywhere. Don't you know where your own house is? They look abashed. King's truth, pal, I've no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city, I just can't seem to recall any of the details. How do you know you had one then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up in their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this? Where'd you get that key from? It's mine, I swear by the king. I've always had it. Had it in my pocket, and I remember my first night on the streets. It was like a nightmare. I knew I'd had a house only the night before. I didn't know shite about sleeping rough. I kept thinking, tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this'll be over. Well, that was 2 years ago. Oh, that's not great. Beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Got to be around here somewhere. Could you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without asking first. And if you do ask first, then nobody lets ye. They all just thought I was mad. Now the militia know my face, so it's tough for me to leave the conduits. At least it's warmer down here where the steam pipes are. The beggar clings to the I must go, but I can give you some coin. Oh no, don't bother yourself. All I need's to find my house, and I'll be grand. Get me old job back. Get back on me feet. 20 coins. Wait, but their eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you, pal. I promise when I find my house, I'll repay ye double, triple. I'll give ye a bath whenever ye need it. Pour ye a dram anytime. Alright, I'm sure there's some quest attached to that. I gave them the biggest amount I could. Yoink, can't we get some mana potion? I feel like this would be a nice little house for him, actually, wouldn't it? A bit loud, but I guess everything around here is loud. This leads back to the markets, okay. I think we've explored everything in this parts here, have we? Not quite. This leads into the water, hello? No one is gonna remember us, pal. There ain't gonna be any memorials. Not for me, not for you. Well, I'm kind of a hero, you know, so... Oh, nothing behind the waterfall. Sad. I wish I could give all these people money. Do you have here? A locked door. Okay, we have been here. And there. Alright, let's go back to the upper part. This leads back to the room with the key, I guess. Nice little adventure we had down there after I just fell down. How are you? So many people here. In my day, a pair of trousers would last you a decade, 2 or 3 if you were lucky. Now they just rip apart like wet paper after a year. I mean, not that I'm complaining. Of course I'm glad to have such things at all. Half the stuff we never even had before the king. Still, I miss having good trousers. Yeah, I feel that. Feels like a very capitalist thing, you know. It's cheaper to produce cheaper stuff, and then the people just come back to buy more. Clothes don't fit, lamps don't last, machines don't work, food ain't fillin', water ain't clean. Guild don't listen. Everything just falls apart and there's nothing you can do. How's a person supposed to live, eh? Who the hell ever asked for this? Yeah, there are problems here. Okay, what did I want to do before I fell down? I want to go over here and upgrade my thingy, right? My tattered leathers. Yes. Into a thief armor. Which should allow us to jump higher. Yeah, let's do it. A sublime set of armor that balances maneuverability and defense. Much like the garb of a Slavian assassin, this armor is covered in pouches and instruments, and has been inscribed with cipher magic to increase mobility. Very nice. Yeah, that's good. And yes, I guess we can try that jump over there again with this armor. Here. No, okay. Back to my outlaw armor. Let's see what more this city holds for us. Have we talked to you here? I don't think so. I know it sounds bonkers, but I'd swear the city used to be bigger. Not just more people, I mean bigger. More streets, more houses. Or maybe I was just smaller. My memory must be playing tricks on me. Yeah. So I guess this is like a tavern here? Yeah. Hello? This stout woman has a maternal air and a voice full of pebbles. A hand-rolled cigarette droops from her mouth. King's favor, pet. Welcome to the squeaky wheel tea house. What can old Baber Xenia do for ye? Can I ask you some questions? Xenia blows a plume of smoke. Not from around here, are ye, pets? Don't fret. Nearly everyone in the kingdom came here from somewhere else. What's new in the Clockwork Kingdom? Snow, mostly. The king, blessed be its name, controls our seasons, I see. Used to give us nice long springs and summers. But this winter was scheduled to end months ago and is havoc on our farmers. I'm sure its majesty must have some plan in mind though. And don't believe what you hear about the stockpiles running dry. Guild says it's just a rumor spread by the saboteur, meant to make us all panic. Some folk think we should reopen the Hellowshire border, but I don't know. The apathetic unions got it in for us. If you ask me, it's no coincidence they started making trouble right after we arrived. We don't get too many outsiders these days. So this island wasn't always part of the Runeric Isles? Oh no, pets. We sailed here 10 or 15 years ago now. Seek and trade with Helloshire, that was grand. Till the Union started moving more troops into Helloshire too. Xenia checks no one is eavesdropping, then casually leans closer. When I was a lass, we called this island Cardova. A muddy wee Wiccan fiefdom it was, bound to an old mother god whose name, she glances round, is no important. Wasn't all bad, mind. I remember Ma taking me to a Wiccan wise woman when I got pregnant and didn't want it. But that fickle old god asked a heavy price to see us through each winter. Good riddance, say I. You said lots of people used to come here, why? Oh, they flocked from all over to help us build the king. Slev, Lundel, Bayonne, Venna, even Puria or further. Lots of them fought for the Union in the God War, but didn't like where it was heading. Now old school Cardovans like myself are almost a minority. Now that I'm complaining, not that I'm complaining, mind. We got the brightest brains in all the Skyrims hobnobbing in here. That la-di-da erudite academies got nothing on the squeaky wheel. Let's discuss other matters. It's just me or a lot of people here having memory problems? Xenia's expression of genial indifference suddenly seems fixed in place. She busies herself cleaning a glass with expert nonchalance. Are they now? Can't say I'd noticed. Maybe that's me own memory going funny, eh? Xenia, I already know something's weird is happening. It's obvious you know something too. Now see here, pal. Baba Xenia won't have anyone sullying the name of her late wife's tea house with nonsense and scuttlebutts. Let alone some outsider talking shite about shite they don't know shite about. That kind of claptrap has one person, the saboteur. You hear murmuring of assent around the room. I think we understand each other now, don't we, pets? I'll be just be leaving. Well, I guess I have to put on my cool hat, and then I can talk to you again. Some questions? Yes. Memory problems. Xenia, I already know. Xenia blinks, then checks for eavesdroppers and leans in close. Aye, maybe. Maybe folk are a bit absent-minded lately. Can you blame them? Tough times like these will do that to a mind. Thing is, it's getting worse. I tried to keep a diary what I'd forgotten, but it just made me feel pure bonkers. It must be the corruption worming into our heads, twisting things. How do you even talk about something like that? How do you ken something's wrong when you can't remember how it was before? Those folks who do try to discuss it tend to get extra forgetful soon after. She sighs. Listen, pets, maybe don't stay in this land any longer than you need to, eh? I'm sure there's folks back home who'll be missing you. Oh, that's cute. What can I do in Ferropolis? The city is nearly as tall as it is wide. The higher you go, the richer it gets, see? Some say it's dangerous below in the conduits, but that's shite. Good bargains down there if you can where to look. I guess can means no. Those big metal kiosks you'll see folk queuing for are royal summoning stations. That's how we townsfolk get our daily bread, straight from the king. May its gear turn evermore. That's kind of a commerce thing again, getting bread from the government, kind of. Why is this place called the Squeaky Wheel anyway? The Machinist Guild has a saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. To me it means good things go to whoever asks loudest, not always who needs it most. My late wife saw it differently. She said it was a motto. If you want good things, you've got to make noise. Senior shrugs. We never did settle that argument. Okay. Do you have any rooms for rent then? The Skyward suits yours for 5 coins. If you don't mind sleeping there, sure, I'll take it. Psst, Senior stubs out a cigarette and begins rolling another. Right here, Pet. The room's upstairs on the other end of a long metal gantry. It's the one that's floating in midair, like. Alright. Yeah, perfect, because I'm just getting my debuff for not sleeping. Also, in our conversation, she was like afraid that somebody would eavesdrops and people were cheering when she said something, but there's literally nobody in this room apart from us. I guess there's some people here, but let's go for a sleep first. Then the shops will also be open. Did you hear about the famine over in Hellowshire? They say the Inquisition's sitting on a great stockpile of food, but hanging anyone who talks about it. Knew it were trouble when the Union moved in over there. Bloody knew it. Where did you hear that rumor? They look proud. I read it in the Royal Dispatch, I bloody well read it. Only learned my letters a few years ago, mind. My son still helps me with the technical words. Who taught you to read? Guilds class, weren't it? Machinists rounded up a bunch of us illiterates in an old god-botherous temple. Never seen so many desks in one place. Gave us the month of work to learn too. Grand thing that was. My old folks never had letters, nor their old folks either. If you'd asked my pal what a comma was, he'd asked if there was good eating on it. Actually, I've recently been to Hellowshire. You look the traveling type. Maybe you can confirm the news then. It's not true. The Inquisition is doing its best over there. They look perturbed by your stance and hide it badly. Oh, aye? That's most interesting. My, but would you look at the time? Sorry, pal. I'm supposed to be meeting someone here. Goodbye. Alright. I really like the chairs and the desks here. We saw like a factory and the piano. We saw a factory down in the fields who made these. Abandoned, but still. So I heard the story right. A man and a woman, lovers they were, like two seeds in a pod. You couldn't pry them apart with a crowbar. Lived in Ferropolis, though I can't say where they are now. Well, one night these two had an awful fight and went back to their own families for a while. Both of them prayed to the king to make them forget the other. And you know what? The king answered. What did the king do? Granted the prayers, didn't it? The next morning they both woke up with no memory of ever meeting. And they went on like this for years, searching for someone new, never quite finding the right one. Then one day they met again, in this very tea house, and even though they didn't recognize each other, they were drawn together irresistibly. So how did it end? They got married and had 18 kids, or so I heard. The love was so strong that not even the king could keep them apart. They both got their memories back eventually and swore never to make the same mistake again. Oh, that's a cute story. Can the king actually do that? They glance to each side as if someone is watching them. It's only a story, mate. Everyone is also kind of afraid of being watched, you know? Which is kind of also a little bit like the Soviet Union or the DDR or the kind of communist Eastern German Republic. You heard Dimitri's story, he's full of shit. If my husband forgot who I was, you wouldn't catch me dead reminding him. There we go. Oh, this is the floating thing with our bed, I assume. Where does this lead? Oh, we have our little balcony here. I like it. Let's have a sleep until morning. Very nice view from here also. And we could maybe jump onto the wall from here. But I'm sure we're gonna get there anyway somehow. Oh, some different people here now. Hello? Some chess players maybe. This machinist's face betrays no emotion as they study the board intensely. My opponent knows I have pondered every strategy ever played by man or gods. What they don't know is that my tea is dosed with an amnesia potion of my own recipe. They are wholly unprepared to face a lunatic. Oh my god. This machinist is leaning back in their seat, drumming their fingers on their teacup with an amused expression. My opponent's knowledge of this game is undoubtedly superior. There's no move I can possibly make that they will not anticipate. However, I know something my opponent does not. I'm cheating. Oh my god. A lunatic and a cheater. The perfect pair, I must say. Let's talk to you. You're probably important over there, but let's talk to these people first. 3 proud patrons huddle around the table, nursing hot mugs and discussing a news sheet with hushed voices. Absolute bollocks. My cousin in Yanks. Her daughter saw a corrupt one in the forest just last week. It's spread in bloody everywhere. They notice you listening. Oh, King's Grace, my dear. Isn't it nice to be safe and warm in Ferropolis, where the guild can look after us? No doubt the corruption will be cleaned up soon. Okay. But let's talk to you over there. You're important. The other patrons are giving this woman a wide berth, as if she carries a contagious disease. What are you staring at? Waiting to see if I grow an extra head? Is it here really that bad? She laughs, then doubles over as it becomes a heavy cough. Almost, but the stuff tastes like heaven after seeing what I've seen. What have you seen? She coughs again and drinks deeply from her mug. Name's Doyle. I'm a royal cleanup worker, you know. Fighting the corruption. A hero of the kingdom, they call me. More medals than you've had hot dinners. And what's my reward? Children hide or stare at me wherever I go. Shopkeepers wipe down every surface I touch. When I'm down here, the landlady will bury my mug so that I don't contaminate any other patrons. She glares up at you. So what? Your friends dare you to talk to me? Come to stammer some shite about how grateful you are for my service? Or are you just tired of being human? Honestly, I don't know much. I'm new here. She calf laughs again. Well, take my advice, if you ever get drafted into a cleanup crew, jump off a bridge so both your legs get broken. 2 more weeks of leave, then I'm back to the corrupted land. Damn the king. But it's never enough. Is that all? No offense, but I might be dead soon. I don't want to spend my last hours with you. Actually, I'd like to ask you some questions. Dial snorts. And I'd like a ride out of here on the magical carpets. So what? Did I really hear you curse the king earlier? She gives you a hollow smile. Let him execute me. From where I sit, that looks like a promotion. You'd be surprised what I can get away with, newbie. Not many folk can do my job. I bear that in mind. Some more questions though. How worried should I really be about sitting with you? She eyes you appraisingly. We have procedures. 1 week's quarantine before re-entering Ferropolis. 3 rounds of purifying rituals. All our clothes are incinerated each month. But this corruption we're talking about, it never stays still, so I guess it depends on how much you trust in the wisdom of the Machinists Guild. Now scram, will you? Or I'll start wishing I was back in the Corrupted Lands already. How would someone get into the Corrupted Lands? She sets down her mug with a clunk and gazes at you. Are you talking the piss? Is that what you came to my table for? Think it's all lark, do you? All a lark, do you? One big adventure? Not at all. I may need to go there, and I take your expertise very seriously. She narrows her eyes. Yeah, well, damn right. Officially, the Corrupted Lands are strictly forbidden. Unofficially, you couldn't give a boiling piss about stopping suicidal tourists. Most folks don't make it across the ravine southeast of here, but I've seen an old abandoned digging engine still lying around. If you had a machinist's insignia or good head for tinkering, I reckon you could make your own bridge. Of course, you could always sign up for a life of excitement with us, she grins. No scram. Okay. Never mind. I'll leave you alone then. Okay, corruption. We've heard about the corruption a lot so far, but we haven't really seen any of it. Some more people here that we haven't seen in the night. Oi! No cutting in line, I was here first. I guess they were waiting. This is like a thing that dispenses bread for them, or food in general. The Saboteur submits hundreds of petitions every day, all in different names, telling the king to make more bootlaces or wind-up dolls or matching sets of teeth cups. That's why the summons are always such sight. They say the Saboteurs got an old dungeon full of bonsai gods, scribbling away at it, chained and bound since they was only godlets. Interesting theory anyway. These summoning glitches have me at my wit's end. I've been the first one here every morning for 2 weeks running, even when it snows, and there's still no bread. What's the king playing at? They shake their heads. I'd love to give the bastard who maintains these a piece of my mind. What's this machine exactly? You're not from here, are you? This is a royal summoning station. It's how we common folk get most of our food and goods. Only I don't remember the last time I got what I asked for. What's the source of these glitches? Damned if I know. Guild says it's the Saboteur making trouble. Last week I tried asking for a baguette in case it made a difference. No chance. I got some kind of flute made of actual jade. My neighbor says it's a clarinet. Oh my god. A jade clarinet sounds quite valuable. Aye, to who? Listen pal, nobody around here is buying luxuries right now. Makes no difference if you're a clarinet player or a bloody privy cleaner. Food and fuel are what matters. There ain't enough of either. I try to make the best of it, but if the guild catches you selling summoned goods, they flog you in the streets. What do they expect us to do? I'd buy the clarinet from you. They snort, clearly skeptical. Very kind, but I already sold it for pennies. Makes a nice toy for my maid's daughter at least. I hope your luck improves. Alright. Once again, the weird things happening here. Ah, and you are here now. Hello. They sniff the air. You have the stink of the countryside about you. If I'm any judge, dangerous place. Well, citizen, you've come to the right shop. Name's Jacksemir. I sell things that kill. I'm interested in buying some weaponry. Let's have a large ledger on the counter. What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. I'm a farmer, I'm a guard for one of those big Roman workshops. They scribble in the ledger. You work the landships? You're braver than I am, citizen. If you ask me, buildings should stay still. You watch out for saboteurs, eh? No, I just need your name, occupation and place of residence. You invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jacques Chemire sniffs the air deeply. Aha, the landship guard. You ain't that, so I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do for you? You ever see a former Darkstar mercenary around here, actually? They raise their eyebrows at you, then consult their ledger. Setting Sun Company, Clockwork Lancers. Did you say Dirkstar? No, I remember him. He's a Wainwright, not a sellsword. Sorry, if any Darkstar ever bought weapons here, they used a false identity. Hard to believe anyone would do something like that, I know. Maybe try Vidal, the Vision Trader. He fought in the God War as lad. And of all the merchants in town, it's him who deals most often with outsiders. What else can I do for you? Well, let's see what you have to say. Ah, a rusty greatsword. Well, I already got that somewhere. A weightless glove. A glove imbued with a gravity-defying gem that helps negate fatigue during combat. The damage penalty from attacking with low stamina is less severe when worn, as it makes a weapon feel lighter as a feather. Sure, we have a lot of money anyway, I'm just gonna buy whatever. And can sell some throwing knife actually. There we go, so much money. Okay, we don't need the rest great shot. Thank you. Let's have a look at the armor trader, I think, is this? Probably. The shopkeeper appears very anxious and harried by many problems. No, and for the 6th time no, we do not yet have any sky blubber codes in stock. I've petitioned, I am petitioning, I will petition. Look at you properly for the first time. Oh, King's mercy, forgive the impromptu grammar lesson, citizen. I mistook you for a regular. Everything's in such a whirl today. I'm Quashi, clothier and armorer to the citizens of Ferropolis. Right now I have more orders than I can fill, but if you want something that's not out of stock... you ever see a former Darkstar mercenary around here? Darkstars? Good heavens no. I've served barely any mercenaries since the border closed. Half my takings used to come from exports. Our weapons and equipment make the unions look primitive, or so I'm told. Of course that's probably why the union became so belligerent. Couldn't have their own merchants being put out of business, could they? Its Majesty had no choice but to retaliate in kind. Perhaps you should speak to Baba Zenia at the squeaky wheel. She gets all sorts coming through the tea house. Why is there so much demand? A natural consequence of this accursed winter. Even the animals need fur coats. There doesn't seem to be enough fuel, and I've heard of people freezing to death in their houses. But well, just look at what the king sends me. They run various beautiful garments through their hands. Fine diaphanous robes and lacy blouses, silk scarves and thin cotton pantaloons. Perfect summer wear. Maybe I could go skin some furry animals for you. Are you joking? All the animals here are earmarked for agriculture and under the king's protection. And imports require a royal permit. Either way, if you dumped a whole pile of pelts on my counter, I'd have to call the militia. Is there anything else? Alright, let's see what you have to say. A scruffy attire. Simple clothing of the Apathetic Union. While such garments are unlikely to impress, they bear the undeniable charm of a hard-working laborer. And they increase region. Sure, let's buy it. Clockwork furnishings also. Let's buy the Shilkrat. Buy it all. And there we go. Bought all we can from you. It's a bargain. We had made a bargain there. What do we have here? Like a pillar with a lot of things on it. The surface of the notice board is entirely lost beneath layers upon layer of paper, while half-melted candles shelter at its foot. A sign at the top reads, "Missing persons." Oh yeah. Read one of the notices. One notice in particular catches your eye. It looks relatively new and is written in a spidery hand. Dear child, I don't know why I am writing this. I don't know where you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life and nothing fills it. If you are real, please come. I want to feel right again. Oleg Igorovich. Something tugs at you about this strange notice. Maybe you should offer your help. The notice gives direction to a house on the northeast islets of Ferropolis, accessed via the city's rear gate. Read another notice. This notice is written on the back of a royal petition slip, seemingly by different by several different hands. Missing 2 months. Edith, number 71. Retired plumber, last seen visiting Quashi the clother. Clothier. Dark hair and light brown skin, foul of mouth and smokes like a chimney. Argues bitterly on any point at which she takes offense, and cannot by any means be reasoned with or pacified. Number 5. Much missed by her 3 children, 14 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and 7 mama birds. Don't know what a mama bird is. A bird, I guess, maybe? Please send word of any sighting to Chartreuse NG. I don't know what all this of this means. CO, Emrite, Core, 14th Rampart Square, Ferropolis. Alright, leave the note spot alone. A lot of missing persons, and once again we had like a case of someone forgetting their daughter here, so again a case of bad memory. Let's talk to the people. This woman is scanning the notice board, murmuring under her breath as she reads. Doyle, Aziz, little girl, old woman, Chen, Krupke. No. Ah, nothing again. 5 bloody months. Oh. Word to the wise, pal. Once you walk away from this board, forget everything you saw. The militia seems to be under orders to let people read freely, but they sure don't like us asking questions about it. What is this board? You really are new here, huh? This is the missing persons notice board. As you can see, there's no shortage of notices. A lot of people go missing in this kingdom, people and other things. Honestly, if you're not staying long, maybe you shouldn't read it all. At all. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? I should be going, okay. You're also looking for someone? The woman is comforting her companion in a low, soft voice. There now, don't give up. You never know if someone might spot him. Why don't I take you down the wheel and we'll check again next week? Ah, that's sad. We also have a... shortcut here probably, back down. This might lead to where we wanted to get up earlier. But we weren't allowed. Yeah, here we are. The guard waves you through. Please clear the way. Okay. Let's go back up. Alright. Are you also a beggar or something? Penny for a song, friend. I know all the royal anthems and the God War battle hymns, and the old Cardovan lays, and more besides. 5 coins a pop, no fairer price. Sing me a tune from old Cordova. They sing a weird and ancient song, earthy and caked with blood. It tells of a plucky and cunning mortal who tries to swindle a god and is full of unfamiliar musical motives and references to vanquished customs. In the end, the mortal is caught and transformed into a silk slug. He is punished for imagining that he could ever be more than he was. This is how things are, and they cannot be otherwise. No future forever. Phew, wasn't sure I'd hit that note at the end there. Another song, friend? 5 coins a pop, no fairer price. No, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So I guess Cordova, before this Clockwork Kingdom, before it was this Clockwork Kingdom, was ruled by the gods and was also kind of stagnant. And now it's kind of the opposite. Hello there, you look kind of cyborgy. Have we met before? I'm sorry, what a mad question. It's just... I'm sure I know your face from somewhere. Yeah, memory problems once again. This leads down. This leads over here. Let's go here first. What do we have here? A little bit outside of the city. Another shop here? No, door sealed. Some people here though? You're confronted by a middle-aged man with piercing eyes and a bushy, well-kept salt and pepper beard. Halt in the name of the king. Traveler, you are hereby detained in the name of Its Majesty the Clockwork King. Please don't do yourself a mischief by resisting. What? Why? I'm Sunil, the king's speaker. First among equals of the Machinist Guild. In its ever-advancing wisdom, Its Majesty has requested your presence in the audience chamber at the Machinarium. This is not optional. Ah yes, of course, I have important information for Its Majesty, for its ears only. Convey me thither, my good man. We should have worn our hat. Militia, arrest this nitwit. No need to be gentle. Okay, there we go. Alright, and I guess this is the Clockwork King. As you approach the vast machine, a sense of uncanny pressure pervades your body, as if you're pushing against an invisible wall that grows stronger with every step. Is it sorcery or only your fear? Your soul knows that the king is bigger than its interface, bigger than the room, bigger than the machinarium, bigger than the sky. You feel minuscule in its presence and somehow fictional, as if all your memories were merely distinct daydreams. The noise of wheels and pistons fuses into an abyssal roar. Your skin fizzes, your sense of balance swirls. You taste metal, then burnt nuts, then somehow magenta. A delicate metal arm shivers into life and begins to write. Invocation afoot, please abide. Invoking. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail Its Majesty, Machinist Rex, the Clockwork King. Now summoning cannon. Courtesy. Royal audience, human ignorant. Alas, cannot invoke hex. Ruin. Berthos 912th binding. Alas, cannot invoke hex. Horizon Retzesharp 14th exegesis. Record of fault. Something. Okay, I can't read that. The flood of symbols fills the parchment several times over until finally Quill stops. Augury. Subject indicates confusion. 62% confidence. Conjugating alternate exegesis. Fetching true name. Judgment. Thou art subject number... Affirm. I'm not one of your subjects, I'm from outside. Alas, cannot summon codex outside. Axiom. All trespassers in the most glorious Clockwork Kingdom are made subject to Our Majesty immediately upon entry for all time. Therefore, edict, thou art subject... something high number. Subject, thou art summoned here to account for thy purpose. Therefore we demand, what is thine answer? I'm an apathetic Union agent hunting a dangerous outlaw. Pondering. Our Majesty does not recognize the entity known as the Apathetic Union. Therefore, edict, all Union agents must first account for past grievances. Thus, something. Again, the inscrutable symbols fill this page, continuing for about a minute. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? I'm sorry, I don't understand. To learn the ways of Our Majesty is the duty of all subjects. To willfully fail this duty is treason. Therefore, judgment, thou hast our judgment. Therefore, we once again demand, what is thine answer? Your question has no answer. Pondering. Judgment subject, thine answer is invalid. Therefore, edict, thou art selected for the sacramental duty. All prior purpose is hereby annulled and shall be as dust. No way, find someone else. Pondering. No fault observed. Our Majesty is the final arbiter of all measures of worth. Therefore, judgment, you are adequate for the duty. The sacramental duty is as follows. Something. This time the nonsense continues for several minutes again. Oh my god. Augury. Failure of these tasks may result in critical reality exception. 76% confidence. Judgment. A critical reality exception may imperil this kingdom. Therefore, edict. Dereliction of this duty will be punished by unmitigated annihilation. I said go to hell, you'll get nothing from me. Alas, cannot divine entity hell. Therefore, edict, thou shalt perform the sacramental duty. Thine audience is concluded and thou art dismissed. Therefore, edict, vacate immediately this hallowed chamber and begin thy task on pain of annihilation. Great. Oh, maybe I'm just gonna go right up to you, How do you like that? I'm gonna tickle you. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle your chin. Alright. I'm out of here. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. Did we get a quest? Matters of a king. The king has ordered you to perform something called the sacramental duty, but his instructions made no sense. Perhaps someone in Ferropolis can help you more. Or tell you more. Yeah, I hope so. There we are, and you're the head machinist, right? There, wasn't that exciting? Now be gone. I have better uses for my thought power than to expend any more of it on you. Wait, I need to tell you the king's message. Sunil's nostrils flare. No, you don't. Its Majesty is quite capable of appraising me of its concerns directly, and my staff will review the logs of your audience. Begone. I will not ask you again. But the king chose me for the sacramental duty. It said there'd be a critical reality. Sunil waves his hand and the cipher sigil shines in the air. You suddenly find you cannot move or speak. Enough! Hear me, traveler. Its Majesty's edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You are finished here. I'd just freaking kill you if you do that to me. Ha! Oh well, guess I can't kill you. Then I'm just gonna snoop around your house here. That's what I'm gonna do. Snoop, snoop, snoop. Can't you see I'm busy? Sunil wants this next petition locked down by the next Starbright so he can check it over first. How is it going? Oh, I'm perfectly on schedule. But we're still waiting on the bloody summoners. Less than a day to go before final commit, and they're not even in rune lock. Amateurs. I'll leave you alone. This machinist jumps when you disturb them. Ah! Ah! Yeah! Ah! They shudder but catch themselves. Alright, King's toenails, no more, no more. Let's both take a deep breath and calm down. I thought you were one of the comitologists. That bastard's been stalking me all day, trying to hurry my work. I'm working as fast as I can. What's the delay? Miss Summoner, we maintain the cipher spells that transport goods throughout the kingdom. From farm to stockpile to summoning station or back again. How do I use a summoning station? It's quite simple. Simply approach the machine, visualize what you want and press use. If you don't receive the right thing, you probably didn't visualize it correctly. That sounds very complicated. These spells are invoked thousands of times per day. One small mistake in this room will ripple across the kingdom. Now do you see why it can't be rushed? Maybe you shouldn't have that power. They shrug. I leave that to the philosophers. We're busy changing the world. Alright, I'll disturb you no further. That was fun though. Fun interaction with you and yelling. And we have a book here. Introduction to Sixfold Cipher by A. Zhang and P. Kobliska. We might have read this before, but let's see. Fianna Constanza, the inventor of six-fold cipher, was so overcome by its terrible beauty that she jumped to her death from the edge of Bayonne's main island in the 173rd year of Anterex. Acheron Twisp, the Landalese scholar who first translated and assembled Constanza's work for modern eyes, likewise died by his own hand in Century 0, Year 8. Now it is our turn to study sixfold cipher. This book shall furnish you with all you need to follow in the footsteps of these illustrious forebears. The authors hope that it might also aid you in diverging from their path where you consider it prudent. If you too should perish by your own hand after reading this book, we pray you dispatch a letter of complaint, or perhaps make a personal visit to our beloved publisher, Dr. Egbert Prust, whose address is given in the front matter of this volume, and who, we have no doubt, will be more than happy to make due recompense. Okay. So, if I die, I send a letter. Sounds easy enough. Now, without further ado, our lesson begins. Our ancestors believed in a harmonious cosmos, where all things danced in unison to the music of the spheres. Current scholarship suggests that this music is more like the cacophony of a million howling dogs. As you know, the true structure of cipher language is an incomprehensible, intricate, and perhaps infinite set of relations between ontologically unstable entities known as glyphs. For mortal beings, exposure to these cosmic bedlams may cause lethargy or headaches at best, and seizures, brain hemorrhages, dematerializations, or malign apotheosis at worst. Since most mortal scholars prefer to avoid this, it is usually necessary to translate cipher glyphs and their relationships to each other into a clearer and less volatile scheme known as a cipher transposition, which ignores almost all relationships between glyphs in order to focus on just a few. You may already be familiar with common transpositions such as magic, circles, mandalas, hermetic sigils, and the metachromatic scale. However, the intricacy and relative inflexibility of these structures presents a high barrier to using them in mechanical devices. Constanza's breakthrough was to further translate existing transpositions into an abridged yet adaptable dialect that did not depend on rigid geometric or tonal forms. Her solution was to distill Bayonne's standard glyph alphabet into just 6 symbols that could be used to invoke components of a standard transposition, which in turn would invoke the true language. Many scholars scoffed at Constanza's hope of making cipher magic safe enough for lay folk to study. Almost all considered it impossible to forge mechanical components precise enough to perform such rituals without a human caster. They were wrong. To print the 6 letters of Fianna Constanza here would risk producing a magic book, rather than a mere book of magic. Yet, by virtue of the mystical arithmetic that connects these letters to their intermediary transpositions, they are largely equivalent in operation to the common numerals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we shall henceforth use as a shorthand. Eager students may fill out the coupon on the final page and post it to our publisher, receive an example of the letters on specially worded vellum. Study these letters, study them well. Study them until your eyesight fades and your head feels stuffed with fur, until your cheeks are gaunt and your loved ones ask with a genuine concern whether you are in good health, and you answer with what cheer you can muster that you are quite alright, thank you. But they are not convinced and talk of you amongst themselves in soft, worried voices and go silent when you enter the room. Oh my god. What a sentence. You will know you have succeeded when you start to perceive those letters everywhere. In the scudding of the clouds, in the frothing of your ale, in the laughter of your friends, in the whispering of the neon stars, in the lights you see when you close your eyes, and in your dreams. Alright, yeah. That sounds healthy. To read these letters so much. Sounds super healthy, I would say. Alright. Who are you? I'm a comitologist. We draft the petitions the guild sends to the king and make sure they're in the correct cipher language. What's a petition exactly? Requests for an action. You know, production orders, rule changes, alliteration requests. We can't tell its majesty what to do, but we can ask. Sometimes it listens. Now may I please get back to work? What happens if the language isn't correct? Oh, anything. The wrong verb here, and we get a skating rink instead of a farm. A misplaced comma there, and the wrong house vanishes. More importantly, I could lose out on guild commendations for this year. Do you ever consult with the people your petitions affect? They give you a queer look. I'm no good at talking to layfolk. Besides, individual testimony is invariably clouded by partiality or bias. Most people can't see the big picture like we can. Alright, sounds important. You're also someone important? Don't talk to me, I'm in hell, without a doubt, this is hell. I thought we were in Ferropolis. They give you a withering look. I'm in cipher hell, you swine. Charm hell, invocation hell, contagion hell, transposition hell, you name the hell, I'm in it. What in hell does that mean? They sigh. My only surmise is that the last machinist to work on the spell made a dread bargain with some foul power, my soul for their freedom. I'm stuck with the mess they left behind and none of it makes sense. It's like trying to untangle a ball of string when your only tool is another piece of string. Or a wet noodle. Aye, this is hell. Anything I could do to help? I don't know. Can you reconjugate a 274 line cipher charm for low contagion rune set while maintaining echo consonants with a legacy canon written by a lazy moron who never took notes? Yes. Oh, go and boil your head. Alright. This, yeah, it doesn't seem like a very fun place here. I'm leaving. I'm done here. Guess we are in the upper parts of the city now. That's what it feels like. Another little shop here or something? Let's have a look. Good day. This shopkeeper has his nose buried in a giant ledger. King's blessing, citizen. I'll be with you in a... He glances up and does a double take. Tick. God's teeth. A new customer. The shopkeeper seizes your hard hand and shakes it vigorously. Welcome, welcome, dear citizen. I am Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis, and dare I say the Clockwork Kingdom. A vision trader. Exactly so, good citizen. The kingdom's premier export, famed across the sky realms. Please forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So what's your fancy? A dream of flying, lightness and freedom on the wing? A reverie of the vanished past? Or for the daring soul a nightmare so chilling your waking life will seem like bliss? Actually, I'm looking for information. How intriguing. Perhaps I can help? I'm looking for Darkstar mercenary. Seen one? Mercenary, Kingsgrace, no. There was a fellow named Caxton Frost who ran off to join some band of sky pirates. That was the Darkstars, I think. However, he met a sticky end when his leader made him walk the plank. Oh. Vidal's expression brightens as he apprehends a sales opportunity. Of course, if you're interested in sky battles and such like, we have plenty in stock. It's quite a common fantasy. Let's see. Palanquins, penis thieves, pirates. Oh god. Would you like to be the one? Would you like to be one? Be one, fight one, romance one, be menaced by one, be menaced and romanced by one, attend university with one, play chess with one, inexplicably find yourself naked with one, or something else? Romancing a pirate sounds fun. Then you'll be pleased to know that we just got the latest Metcalf in. They're very popular. If you'd waited another day to ask me, they'd already be sold out. I'm looking for a real person, not some fantasy though. Oh, Metcalf's visions are as real as it gets. The atmosphere, the details, just exquisite. A lot of customers think he must have really been a buccaneer. Vidal leans in conspiration. That's... I can't pronounce that word right now. But would you like to know his secrets? I've met the man, and I can categorically tell you. Horace Metcalf is an ordinary human being like the rest of us. Just goes to show there's no limit on dreams, eh? How very interesting, I'd love to meet him. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge his address. Bottled visions can stir up powerful emotions, you understand? Some people get a little fixated on one supplier or another. Best for everyone that dreams stay dreams. All I will say that he lives outside the city, so it's far too dangerous for you to go searching for him anyway. Did you have another question? Thanks, you've been very helpful. Let me see what versions you're selling, I guess. Okay, a perfect copy. These lurid fantasies are subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by B. Morozov, containing aristocratic nostalgia and scenes of an erotic nature. Let's just buy all of them. There's 7 apiece. That's a good price. Well, thank you. I will have to break in during the night here to take your chest there. Oh, and we have a little thing here to break in. Oh, just some coins, that's all. 11 coins, sure. But let me go down now. Ah, here we are, okay. We went over there earlier. Let me take a little nap and save the game. Oh! Never mind. Out of nowhere, you get the random urge to check your pockets. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The enigmatic note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park in Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. Come alone, trust no one. A friend." Oh! Maybe this is the saboteur? Maybe the saboteur is Caxton Frost? Or something? But yeah, let me save the game. I think we're gonna do that next time. Have a little nap. Then we can sleep until night also. To do that thing. To meet that person. And rob some more stores maybe. Until night. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good rest of your day.